and welcome to Watching My Wealth, my channel where I am attempting to get money management right. Today I'll be going through my October paycheck 2 of 3, but before we get into that, I wanted to share a few updates with you. First, some financial moves I've made this month. The first is that the Australian government, in response to the year we have had, has issued some tax cuts. So in my next paycheck, I will be benefiting from that, and you'll see a slight change to my income. This has obviously been done to try to stimulate the economy, and it will make a little difference to what I'm receiving each month. I also changed my superannuation provider. This was done after a conversation I had with one of my peers. We are fairly similar stages of our career and similar ages, similar lifestyles. And when I compared my superannuation balance with hers, I realized that I was not getting the best outcome for my money. For those of you who are not in Australia, superannuation is effectively a retirement account that is set up in Australia. It's a requirement that your employer pays a percentage of your income into superannuation. It's a compulsory payment. Everyone in Australia who's been paid on a salary receives superannuation. So it is a great cushion, but obviously you want your money to be doing the most for you when it is in that account. So made that change, which I feel really good about. I can already see a difference in performance even after just a few weeks. So that's great. I also closed my Raise account, and Raise was a micro investment tool that I was using. I've mentioned in past videos, I just wasn't very happy with the user experience nor with the customer service they offered. I had kept the account open with the guys that maybe I'd use it again, but even just paying a $2.50 account fee every month was grating on me. So I've closed it now. I've made the decision, if I choose to start investing in Australia again, I will use a different provider. I also cancelled some subscriptions. Those of you that have watched a few of my videos know that I've kept having subscriptions creep up on me. I've cancelled all but one, which I'm having some trouble accessing my account, but hopefully before November I can get that resolved. And I've also renewed my lease on my apartment, so I've committed to staying here for another 12 months. I was a bit unsure about what I was going to do, but given there was no ability in Melbourne to do inspections of rentals at the time my lease was up for renewal, I bit the bullet, decided to stay with what I knew, and I do really like where I live, so that's, it was an easy decision in many ways. And then just before we get into the budget, I have hidden some categories. So like I mentioned, Raise funds will no longer be required. I will no longer be contributing that $2.50 account fee. So I've hidden that category. And then my Pilates studio remains closed in Melbourne under current restrictions. So I'm not adding any money to that fund. I've hidden that category. And Mikey is the provider of public transport in Melbourne. I'm not contributing to that. I have a little bit of money left in my Mikey account anyway, but I also can't see myself using public transport anytime soon. So until I feel comfortable hopping back onto public transport and feel safe doing that, I will not be contributing any funds. Okay, now it is time to budget my income. And you can see we're on the October 2020 budget. I have $2,535.69 to be budgeted. I only have one category to fund in October. If you saw my last budgeting video, which I will link here, I budgeted out all of October with the exception of my family fund. I added $111.86, but that did not reach my target. So if I click on that now, you can see that I still need an additional $649.21. Now, this fund is a savings fund. I did mention in my previous video that I align my bank accounts with my categories in YNAB. So I have a checking account where my money for my needs and wants lands, and then I have a savings account which earns interest. So when I'm saving for big ticket items or annual expenses, I put them all into my savings fund so that they can earn interest while I'm building them up or while I'm waiting to spend them. So you can see like YNAB only comes out once a year, Christmas happens once a year, health insurance is twice a year, but it is a significant cost, so I keep that in there to earn some interest. Contents insurance is annual, moving house is a goal for next year. Car maintenance is very ad hoc, so again, why not make some money on it while I'm waiting to spend it? And of course, my emergency fund, I hope to never have to touch, so that should definitely live here earning some money. So I'm going to fully fund my family fund. Fund. How many times can I say it? We should be doing shots. Anyway, and confirming that in total, I've added $761.07. Maybe I have been doing shots. To the fund for October, taking my total to $8,477.87. So now that I've done that, I can move forward to November and start budgeting my money in November. I still have $1,886.48 left to go. Now, I'm not going to start at my savings. I'm going to start at the top with my needs. The first of which being rent. As you can see here, I already have a little bit of money budgeted in rent, $109. Reason being that I accidentally over budgeted in a previous month. So here's the extras. Feels like a nice little win, even though it is still all my money. But anyway, I now only need to add $1,673 to fully fund my rent for November. So now there is $1,782 in that category, and I am a month ahead on my rent. This leaves us with $213.48 left to be budgeted. Let's do it. My first category underneath rent is utilities. This is electricity and gas only. My hot water is covered under my rent. I've actually reviewed this category. So I was previously budgeting $150 a month, but as you can see, my average spend has been $124.91. And this is pretty interesting to me because I have obviously been working from home. Basically, since March, I've been in the house almost every day for most of the day as we've been in lockdown in Melbourne, only been allowed to leave the house for very short periods of time for exercise and essential outings. So this is with me being at home all through winter with the heater on all the time, and I haven't spent that much. So I have now adjusted my target for the month to $130. We are now moving into summer. There is going to be less and less need for me to have the heater on. I don't have air conditioning. I just use a little fan when and if I need it. My place stays very cool, which is lucky for me. So I am going to see how funding just $130 a month goes. So let's do that. And that provides me with $230 in this category, but I still am likely to spend some money in October. So I will have another electricity bill come out before the end of October. So this will adjust back down by the time we get to November. car insurance is $44.51. That is a monthly cost. So I have funded that fully now, leaving me with $38.97 to play with. What can we do with car registration? This is a cost that comes out quarterly. So I still have $175.72 left. I need to have $211.20 by November 2020. I only need to put $35.48 in to be fully funded. So let's do that. Fabulous. So I have 100% complete. I've reached that goal. Now I have $3.49 left. What can we do with it? Not very much, but it will go towards something, and I think it'll probably go towards the next category because we may as well just keep moving on down the list. The next item in my budget is linked. This is the road tolls in Melbourne for use of our freeways. I haven't really used this much this year at all, so my average spent has been less than $20 a month. And for a long time, I hadn't funded it. The category was full, but the restrictions in Melbourne slightly eased, enabling me to visit a friend. And with that, I've been using the freeway, which I shouldn't do. I've actually just been doing it out of habit, and I need to stop because I can very easily get to the same destination without using toll roads. I just have to leave 10 minutes earlier. So this is one of my goals moving forward, is to fund this but not touch it again for a long time. So I'm going to take my $3.49 and move it to my linked category to help bump this up. But my aim will be to get this to a total of $41. So I need another $34.23 to fully fund this category. And the reason I have $41 in there, it's not a round number like most people enjoy, is because I have my account set up to auto debit once I get under a certain amount. I think it's once my account hits less than $20, I ask it to top up by $40, but there's a little credit card fee. In fact, you can see here, $40.22. Should I adjust this down to $40.22? I don't think I will, purely because fees and charges often shift and I often miss those emails. So let's leave it at $41, always providing me with a little bit of a buffer, a tiny bit of a buffer in that category. Okay, so that's it. That is all the money I had available to budget. It's now been given a job. Excitingly, this is not the last time I'll be budgeting this month. I still have one more paycheck to come. And as mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am about to receive a tax cut. So as part of the Australian government's attempt to bounce back from the economic impact this year has had, they have brought forward a lot of tax cuts that were due to come in a couple of years, which means that my fortnightly income will go up. So that's exciting. That will take effect from my next paycheck. So you'll see my new income level. It's not dramatic, but every dollar makes a difference, and it will give me the ability to put my money into places where it can earn more money for me, whether that be in my investment fund or in my savings account. So we're going to act like we're not earning any more money in terms of our spending, and we are going to put that extra money towards our savings. So I hope that you'll join me next time so you can see how much money I'm earning now, and also celebrate with me as I hopefully will be fully funded for November, one whole month ahead. It's a goal. It's a goal that I've been trying to reach for a long time, and provides me with a level of security. The idea of being 1 month ahead, plus having a little bit of an emergency fund, plus savings, plus an investment account. These are all items that provide me with security, with assurance that if something went wrong, that I can survive for a little while. And I think that's become more important to me over time as I've had some things happen in my life where things have gone wrong and I've been stuck and financially stressed, and I never want to be in that position again. So every paycheck, every dollar I can put towards investing and saving is making me feel more comfortable and making me feel like I have a chance at financial independence that isn't going to be threatened if I lose my job, my car breaks down, whatever it may be. It's something that I think about constantly. And I think a lot of people are in the same boat if you've ever been through financial stress for whatever reason.